Yeah.
I'll turn the light ones against the
dark.
dark.
Yes,
The short ones against the tall ones. The fat ones against the skinny. I'll make them hate each other. I'll make them disrespect each other. We'll take the women and cut the fruit from their wombs when they go down on the ground and have them understand that your men are standing there not caring. They're helpless. They're afraid to protect you. They don't have men to protect you.
And even today, the modern world, that we're on that same course.
Well, that's the Willie Lynch theory. 300 years is not up. So then you take a Don King who dared to be great.
That's right.
Who dared to defy the system. He said, oh, wait a minute. Here's one of them that flew over the coop. We can't have that because he's going to empower too many of them. You see, and that's what he did. He took this kid, Mike Tyson.
Sure.
And what was it? 12 weeks. 12 months. Mike Tyson made $125 million.
Yes.
Now, do you mean to tell me you blame the man who make it possible for you, and you go and buy 10 cars in one day,
or whatever you do,
each costing $250,000 each, and so forth and so on. You have to understand what America is all about, capitalistic society is all about. You have to understand that you have to keep, well, the black man, they couldn't, Don King, he was rare, but they had to try to destroy him.
But Cal, but you know what, I read a book once on Boris Yeltsin. That was a premier of Russia years ago, and he said that one time he said that that someone had ran him off the road and ran him to this little river or whatever, trying to get rid of Boris. So Boris Yeltsin said in his book, he said, you know, it's come a point where the people that you're trying to represent has to stand up stronger than the power that's supposed to be representing all of us. Some words along that line. So my question is this right here. When are we, you understand, that, I mean, that take victory out of the jaws of defeat every day? When are we going to really learn the game? When are we going to learn the game? You understand?
You know when? When we learn to love and respect self.
And when is that going to be?
When we understand that there is a God.
Yes.
Only one. And he has no associates.
That's right.
When we understand to fear him, we then can start being a man and being a woman.
Well, that's what we need to do.
And until then, until then, you're going to, well, you see, we jump at the moment.
Sure.
Wherein these people, they have plans 10 years in advance.
Yes.
When they destroyed the black man, then they made us black women disrespect our black men.
Sure.
Well, that wasn't enough. Now they're after our children.
Sure.
This is no accident.
But Cal, I know that game. I know it. I know that game. But I still say this right here. When are we going to say the words of Jim Brown years ago when he was playing football, I believe for college, he said, give me the ball. When are we going to take the ball and run a serious holy run that's going to make us win? Because we seem to be making everybody else win. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody else. And we don't want to stay too much in the civil thing here, right here, because, you know, we can stay there for a long time because we got a boxing contest that we need to promote for the 11th of December.
Right.
You understand? I understand all that because we come in. When we come in, and we come in with all that right there in truth, and it is true. And at some point, until we sit down and dialogue about where the beginning and all that, not the dialogue in terms of where we're going to knock anyone over the head, because that's what I think the world is scared of. But until we dialogue about it, like we're dialoguing today, we're not going to heal. So we got to heal. This place here have been a healing center for many that's walked through this door. Now, I noticed that it's Cluster Avenue and Bergen Street, and then it's Don King Drive, Plaza. Now, at one time, was it Eddie Mustafa Plaza also?
That was the next corner.
That's the next corner. So his is still there. So we got Don King here and Eddie Mustafa there. Eddie Mustafa used to be light heavyweight champion.
That's right.
Right, of the world and everything. So, all right. So the game of boxing now. What if a young person want to get involved in it and their parents want them to come to the game? actually into boxing and things, what would be the first steps? I'd pose that to you.
Well, the first step, if the kid is under 18, the parents would have to come in and fill out an application.
Okay.
You know, giving the kid the permission to box and understand that we at First Class Championship Development Center is not responsible for any injuries or whatever.
That he would take in the ring.
Right. But we also make sure that this is not a meat house.
Sure, sure.
And once they sign up, we have trainers to guide them.
Sure.
And for at least 6 months, they just be taught the basics.
Sure.
Of boxing, how to move, you know, how to punch, how to, you know, how to throw combinations, how to jump rope, how to do the exercise, and practically getting their body in the physical condition for boxing. Because see, like the skills of boxing is only like 20 to 30%.
Okay.
70 to 75% of boxing is being in good physical condition.
Sure.
And eating the proper food.
Sure.
Having good nutritious diet.
Sure, sure.
So we'll be preparing them for that, you know. And our main thought is not just boxing, but we also like want them to maintain the academic
sure.
mindset. So we ask each child to bring their birth certificate and also bring their report cards after each semester, so
sure.
that we can see that.
Wow. Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
that's
that
good.
they maintaining a good scholarly effort in school.
Sure.
And if they are not up to par in their studies, then you know they have to discontinue boxing until they come up to par.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
So that's the main start.
Let me. I'm gonna ask you guys. And do you guys get women in to the gym today?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Now, will you have any women on your card?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, the girls have been encouraged by George Foreman's daughter.
Is she still boxing?
No.
Okay.
Frazier's daughter. She's now a judge in Philadelphia, as a matter of fact.
Who? George Foreman. Frazier's daughter.
Yes,
Okay.
Jacqueline Frazier.
Mm-hmm.
And encouraged by
Ali daughter.
Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, later Muhammad.
Yeah. So they started coming in, and they're really good. The girl we're putting on our card, one of them, as a matter of fact, we call her Quiet Storm.
Wow.
Because this girl, she hits hard as any man you could think of. You know?
In fact, not to cut my wife off, in fact, she was on our card in, what was that, the 2004?
Yes.
So she's still amateur though.
Yes, she's
Yes.
still amateur.
Okay.
In fact, she fought a young lady named Brew on the 2004 card, and that fight was more exciting than the men fight.
Wow.
You know,
wow.
the audience got a big lift out of that fight, man.
Yeah.
I mean, they was going at it, and you know, their things was together. They was throwing punches, and you know, they had the right moves. They know how to jab, how to feint and stick and bob and weave and all that. You know, yeah. So the women, you know, they can fight. They
Sure.
can fight. You know,
Sure.
and that's what we trying to do. We trying to get the best amateur women boxers in the state of New Jersey to be on our card December the 11th.
Okay.
See, this fight is called the North against the South.
Oh,
So
okay. Now, why you guys name it that, the North against the South?
Because north of New Brunswick and then south of New Brunswick, which would take in Asbury Park, Trenton, Atlantic City, Pleasantville, and then we're going to also bring in Pennsylvania, who will be part of the southern part of the state, and the northern part of the state will bring Connecticut in, so that.
Wow! So this is quite a card then.
Yes, it's quite.
Phenomenal.